Alright, here's my BMW R9T, and I've been working on it to make it more to fit my style of riding, which includes making the seat a little more comfortable. I've put in a Mustang seat up here and putting in a little windbreaker. I don't mind naked bikes, but I rather have a little aerodynamic help on that. And then my latest project here is to install these Givi bags. Okay, and they're actually a very fine quality piece of kit, except for one huge problem, that the bag mount they sell only has a bag on one side, and there's no provision for a bag on the other side as well. And when you go around to the other side, it's fairly easy to see why they've done that, because if you can look across the wheel there, you see the bottom of the bag would actually touch the exhaust. Okay, so you can't really put a bag on this side, that type of bag. You'd have to put a smaller, higher bag, but I happen to like these bags. I think they're outstanding bags, and they look neat and they go with the bike. So there's a couple of solutions here. One, you could go to a R19 pure style muffler, which would only be a single muffler instead of the dual pipes there. Or you could modify the rack to raise it so that the bags ride a little bit higher. Okay. Now, I think that my solution to this problem is going to be to make a new bracket here, and then instead of dropping it down, just have it come straight out, and then re-weld this and that to a new Givi style rack here, and then just raise the bag. But I also have been thinking about improving the exhaust, so I think the first thing I'll do is put in a different exhaust. It really sounds nice. It's a super cool sounding exhaust, but I think I can improve on it. So that's kind of where the starting point of this little project, and we'll see where it goes from here. This is unrehearsed and unplanned, so everything we do is kind of going to be trial and error in the beginning. We'll see how that goes. Okay, step one in this project is I've gone ahead and got a new muffler. It's the Performance Exhaust System, Two Brothers Racing. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot louder. So take a look here what we have. Basically, an exhaust. Okay. Okay, we have the new muffler mounted. As you can see, it's quite a bit lower than the stock muffler, which comes up to about here. So by putting a aftermarket muffler on, we're able to lower it approximately 6 inches, and that's going to give us plenty of clearance for the new rack, which will be mounting up in this area here. So you see it there, you can kind of see where the new rack is going to go, which looks like it's going to have, well, it does hang a little, the bag actually hangs a little lower than the rack, but not much. So we'll have a good 5 inches of clearance, and there should be no problem with heat coming out of the muffler at that point. Also, because we have to redo the top, we're probably going to move the rack slightly forward, which will mitigate the heat issue even a little bit more. So the issue, as you can see, is when you do the stock mount up here on this one, it mounts very simply with these two bolts that go into the subframe here, and they just stick out. So our solution is going to be to form a piece of metal to go across like this, down, and then reconnect this to the new piece of metal, which will involve cutting this at some point. And we've decided that what we'll do is we'll cut it right here up a little bit, and then use this stub that's left here and drill it, and then just mount it with screws. We're not going to weld it. We could originally consider just welding up the whole thing, but we thought, well, by putting screws in there, we'll have a little bit of a potential for adjustment. And unfortunately, these brackets here, which are very nicely done, the welding on these Givis is absolutely outstanding, as you can see. Very good job of welding, and so it would be a shame to not do that. We considered maybe making the bracket a little bit higher there, which we may do yet. We'll let you know as this video progresses. Right now we're going to fabricate the rod. And what we've done for the rod is we just bought a stock rod, okay, like that. And we're just going to bend it over, drill it, and then shape it. We don't have powder coating, but that's kind of the deal on that. So stay tuned. Okay, the reason this works is these are mirror images. The brackets are different, but the rest of it, the attachment points are exactly the same on both of them, regardless of which direction they go. So as soon as we cut these off here, then these tabs will actually be the same. So they will be interchangeable. As you can see, like that, they'll be more or less interchangeable. So I guess the next step is to grind off the tabs. Okay, we're done. Pretty much all the aftermarket stuff that's going on there is going on. The bags are mounted. We had to make a new bracket for it to make bags on both sides. As you can see, there's the bracket there, and the lighting may not be the greatest. Perhaps you see it better over here. But the bags look nice. They clear the exhaust. As you can see, there's plenty of clearance there, and that the exhaust never gets even hot to touch at the end, so you know that works out quite well. We put on a wider Mustang seat, and of course the Givi front, which has already received some bugs. But by and large, we're pretty much ready to go there, and quite pleased with the way it came out. Some purists probably don't like the look as well as the naked look, but I think having the bags is probably better than not having them. Okay, that's it.